Hello people, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing because I make weekly English learning content for you guys to improve your English absolutely free, video by video. Okay, what is today's topic? Today I'm going to cover 5 idioms that we use that are around the topic of eggs. If you don't know what an egg is, this is an egg. So, as you know, in English we use lots of idioms and they don't always make sense, but today I'm going to describe 5 ways we use idioms that have the word eggs in or something related to eggs. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, example number 1 for this week is the saying or idiom, as sure as eggs is eggs. And this basically means that something is certain to happen. So to give you an example in a sentence, if my friend was to ask me, am I going to a party later on? And I'm definitely going, I could say, yeah, I'll definitely be there, as sure as eggs is eggs. And it means that it's definitely going to happen. Okay, example number 2 for this week is the phrase or idiom, walking on eggshells. Now, see the hard bit on the outside of the egg? This is the shell. The shell is the outer part of the egg. And we use the phrase or idiom, walking on eggshells, to describe when you are overly cautious or overly careful when dealing with a particular person or sometimes situation, but usually with a person because they get angry easily or they get offended easily, so on and so forth. So for example, I could use it in a sentence and I could say, oh, whenever my boss is in the office, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. And it means you are being overly cautious because you're not sure how this person will react to everyday situations. They're usually hot-headed and they get offended easily. So you're overly cautious with that person. Okay, idiom number 3 this week is to have egg on your face. And this means that you have been embarrassed by something that has happened or has been done. So to give you an example in a sentence, you could advise somebody, make sure you don't say the wrong thing during this important work meeting or you could end up with egg on your face. And it means you could end up being embarrassed. Okie dokie, idiom number 4 this week is do not count your chickens before they hatch. And to give you an example of what that literally means, obviously the egg, when the mother hen lays the egg, she sits on top of it and then eventually the egg hatches and a little chick comes from the inside. So that is when an egg hatches. And the phrase don't count your chickens before they hatch means that just because you've got 10 eggs doesn't mean to say that you're going to have 10 chickens, because some of them might not hatch. And we use it in a context of you can't make plans depending on good that has not happened yet until it happens. So for example, if I buy and sell products for a profit, I could buy 100 jars of coffee and I plan to sell them to make £1,000 worth of profit. I know that's exaggerated, but let's just say that's the case. I cannot plan to spend my profit before I actually sell the coffee because I might not sell it. So don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay, last but not least, idiom number 5 this week is don't put all your eggs into one basket. And what that means is don't concentrate all your efforts or put all of your reliance or faith in one thing to solve a problem or situation because it might not work out. So for example, I've been applying for lots of jobs because I don't want to put all of my eggs in one basket. Okay guys, that's it for this week's video. I know this one's been short and sweet, but to be honest, I'm not feeling too good today. I don't know if it's come across in the video, but I still wanted to get on here and help you with your English because my promise to you guys is that I make a new video every Sunday and I keep that up, rain, sleet or snow. So as always, I hope the video was helpful. I hope you'd learned some new vocabulary. If you find these videos useful, please feel free to share these with your English learning friends. Have a great rest of the weekend and I'll see you people in the next video. Bye bye for now. Ciao.